Hey everybody, welcome back to the Central Texas High School Football Huddle. I'm your host, Chris Daly, and each week I bring you news and information and some cool interviews about Central Texas football. The Centex Huddle is brought to you by Fat Cow Jerky. Unlike some other jerky brands, they craft their beef jerky with 100% beef, and you can taste it. They use the lean cuts of meat, slice them into strips, and then marinate with select ingredients and a unique blend of herbs and spices that make for an incredible flavor. And talk about flavor, these guys have it. When you open a bag of Fat Cow Jerky, you get a taste of American ingenuity, perfected recipes, and a passion for making the ultimate flavored meat snacks. Fat Cow Jerky is a small business with a big heart and a love for high-quality, delicious snacks. Fat Cow Jerky is utterly perfect. Find your next favorite flavor at fatcowjerky.com. We're also brought to you by State Farm agent Corey Pack. State Farm agent Corey Pack is a proud supporter of Texas high school football and the Central Texas High School Football Huddle. For insurance on all the things that matter, you can count on Corey Pack from State Farm. I've known Corey for several years now, and I tell you, there is nobody better to handle your insurance needs. You can call or text him to receive a quote, 512-268-7225, or go online to CoreyPack.com to connect with him. And as they say, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Wow, a whole lot of fireworks in Central Texas high school football. I'm going to run through the games for this week, and there's some good ones. We're going to start off at the field in Pflugerville, where Lake Travis, 6-4, will take on Cibolo Steel, 11-0. That should be a good one. San Antonio Brennan, sitting at 10-1, will take on Los Fresnos, 7-4. That's going to be at Los Fresnos' Aguiar Stadium. Austin Westlake takes on New Braunfels, 11-0 Austin Westlake. New Braunfels 8-3. That's going to be at San Marcos's Rattler Stadium. San Antonio Taft, sitting at 8-3, will take on San Benito at 10-1. That's 7 p.m. Thursday at Corpus Christi's Buck Stadium. Austin Vandegrift, 10-1, takes on Converse Judson. The Rockets, sitting at 5-6. That's going to be taking place 7:30 Friday at Round Rock's Kelly Reeves Stadium. San Antonio Harlan, 9-2, will face off against Weslaco, 8-3. That's 1 p.m. Saturday, also at Corpus Christi's Buck Stadium. Dripping Springs, a team I've been talking about since before the season started, jumped up to 6A, sitting at 10-1, still alive in the playoffs, but they've got a tough one against San Antonio Brandeis, 9-2. That'll be Saturday at San Antonio's Heroes Stadium. San Antonio Warren, 8-3, will face Harlingen, sitting at 11-0. That's going to be 7 p.m. Friday at San Antonio's Ferris Stadium. Georgetown, at 9-2, will take on Magnolia West, 8-3. That's going to be 7 p.m. Friday back in Magnolia at Mustang Stadium. College Station, 9-2, will take on Angleton at 9-2. That's going to be 7 p.m. Friday at Cy-Fair FCU Stadium. The other College Station team, A&M Consolidated, 9-2, will face a very tough Fulshear team, 10-1, 7 p.m. Friday at College Station's Tiger Stadium. Smithson Valley, 10-1, will face off against Manville, 8-3. That's 7:30 Friday at Bastrop's Memorial Stadium. And San Antonio Southside, 10-1, kicks it off against McAllen, 6-5. That's 7:30 Friday at Corpus Christi's Danaher Stadium. Waco University, 6-5. They're going to face Fort Bend Marshall, 10-1. A very, very tall order for Waco University. That's 7 p.m. Friday at Giddings Buffalo Stadium. Leander Rouse, 6-5, and Montgomery Lake Creek, 11-0, will tee it off 7:30 Friday at College Station's Cougar Field. Austin LBJ, 9-2, will face a team from way across the state. Port Neches Groves, 9-2. That's going to be taking place at Katie's Road Stadium. Liberty Hill sitting at 10-1, and Mercedes will tee it off 6-5. That's 7 p.m. Friday at San Antonio's Gustafson Stadium. Speaking of San Antonio, the Mules of Alamo Heights, 10-1, will face Gregory Portland, 8-3. That's 7 p.m. Thursday at Cuero's Gobbler Stadium. Lockhart, sitting at 8-3, is going to face Corpus Christi Flower Bluff, also at 8-3. That should be a good game. 7 p.m. Friday, San Antonio's Alamo Stadium. San Antonio Veterans Memorial, 8-3. And Mission Sherilyn, 7-4, will tee it off 7 p.m. Friday at Laredo Johnson Student Activity Center. China Spring, 10-1, and Kaufman, 8-3, will tee it off 7 p.m. Friday at Corsicana's Tiger Stadium. Fisher Canyon Lake, sitting at 7-3, is going to take on Port Lavaca Calhoun, 4-7. Get this, the team started 0-7. Now they've won 4 in a row. They're still alive in the playoffs. That's 7 p.m. Thursday at Floresville Stadium. Bernie, 11-0, will face off against Pleasanton at 6-5. That's 7 p.m. Friday at Alamo Heights Orem Stadium. The Bears of Lavernia, 9-2, will face off against Somerset, also 9-2. That match will happen 7 p.m. Friday at San Antonio's Heroes Stadium. San Antonio Davenport, 10-1. What a season they're having. They're going to face off against a very tough team, Corpus Christi Calallen, 11-0, 7:30 Friday at Victoria's Memorial Stadium. Smithville sitting at 5-6, and Silsby, 11-0. will match up 7:30 Friday at Waller's Stadium. Waco Connolly at 9-2, and Hampshire Fannett's 8-3 will meet up 7:30 Friday at Willis's Yates Stadium. Wimberley, a perfect 11-0, faces off against Orange Grove at 7-4. That game is 7:30 p.m. Friday at Von Orney's Southwest Legacy Stadium. Lago Vista sitting at 8-3, and Sinton, also 8-3, will match up 7 p.m. Friday at Seguin's Matador Stadium. Geronimo Navarro, 7-4, and Bishop, 6-5, will face off 7 p.m. Thursday at Jordanton's Indian Stadium. The Yeomen of Cameron Yo, sitting at 8-3, and Orangefield, 9-2, will match up 7 p.m. Friday at Iowa Colony's Freedom Field. Llano, 11-0, Llano taking on Goliad at 8-3. That is 7 p.m. Friday at San Antonio's Warrior Coliseum. Universal City Randolph, 9-2, and Edna, 10-1. A very tough matchup for Universal City Randolph, 7 p.m. Friday at Smithville's Tiger Stadium. Blanco at 7-4, and London, 5-5, will tee it off 7 p.m. Friday at San Antonio's Comalander Stadium. And one of the last ones from the area, Mason, the Punchers, do not have it easy. They're sitting at 9-2. They're going to face off against Shiner at 9-2. Also, 7 p.m. Friday at Hutto's Memorial Stadium. As you can see, there are some great matchups this week. No matter where you are in Central Texas, there's a couple good games within a very short distance. This is the week you should start attending playoff games if you haven't been. If you decided, well, by-district's not that exciting and decided to sit that one out, that's fine, although you missed some good games. But this is the time when the cream of the crop is playing. Nobody playing now has a bad team. So you're going to see football. You're going to see great football at all these stadiums all over Central Texas, actually all over the darn state. But go root your team on. And hey, if you get a chance, leave us a voicemail. Our voicemail number is 713-568-6361. Leave us a voicemail. Give a shout out to the team you're following, to the team you're rooting for, or the game you went to. Let us know your experience out there. Share what's going on in Central Texas high school football. We also want to thank Grit Football Camps. They provide the opportunity for campers to interact with recruiters, athletic directors, and professional scouts to expand their chances to attend college. In fact, that is the point of Grit Football Camps, is to get their attendees enrolled in college. Whatever level their skills match, they've got ways and connections to help your student athlete make it to college. This camp is dedicated to expanding student athletes' recruitment knowledge and developing leadership skills. Campers will learn how to build relationships with recruiters and prepare for a life on and off the football field. Their camp will call upon the student athletes from area schools to connect them with college recruiters, athletic directors, professional coaches, and scouts that are willing to mentor each student to be successful in college and beyond. Grit football camps are held all around the country. You can check them out at gritfootballcamp.com. Hey gang, Christmas is just around the corner, and I have the perfect gifts for the sports fan and game lover in your family. Board Game Legends, yes, the company that brought you Friday Night Legends, has a whole host of very cool games. Friday Night Legends allows you to play Texas high school football teams against each other based on their real stats. You can play the state champion Shiner Comanches against the state champion Mart Panthers, or perhaps one of the famous state championship Katy Tigers squads going up against Kyler Murray's Allen state championship team. You name it, it's limitless who you can play. In addition, we also have Saturday Legends. It does the exact same thing for college football. So if you want the Convicts versus the Catholics, that famous game, Lou Holtz's Notre Dame Fighting Irish against Jimmy Johnson's Miami Hurricanes, you can play that. It is limitless, the number of matchups you can have in that game too. But before you think it's all football, Board Game Legends also has a game called Basketball Legends. In this one board game, you can play high school basketball. You can play college basketball. You can play professional basketball. You can play WNBA. You can play world basketball. You name it. In our library, we have teams for every type of basketball, all in one game. To learn about the games and order these in time for Christmas, go to BoardGameLegends.com. As always, if you'd like us to cover your team more, maybe we're not mentioning your team enough, let us know. Call that voicemail line, 713-568-6361. Leave a message. If it's great, we'll play it out on the show. Heck, even if it's not that great, we might. If it's at all entertaining.
You're listening to the Lone Star Gridiron Sports Network.
Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank you so much for supporting Central Texas football. I also have to thank our sponsors, Fat Cow Beef Jerky, Grit Football Camps, and of course, Corey Pack State Farm Insurance. Please go out and support these companies, or at least reach out to them and thank them for bringing you the Central Texas High School Football Huddle. I'm your host, Chris Daly, reminding you, get out there and enjoy some football.